who are the easiest heroes to play in Marvel Rivals. Now recently I made a video about the hardest heroes to play, but now we're doing the opposite. I actually did a lot of research in this video. I researched what people think are the easiest heroes to play, so this is not just my opinion, this is a mixture of my opinion and other people's opinion. Now before the video starts, I want you guys to envision something really quick. Just imagine really quick that you guys have never played Marvel Rivals before, and among all of these heroes, who do you think is the most straightforward, most easy to play for a new player? That's how I chose the characters in this list. If a new player can still get value out of them, they're very straightforward. Even if they do not know the full potential of the character, can they still get value out of that character? So let's start. So this is not gonna be in particular order, so the first one on the list is gonna be Moonknight. Moonknight is very straightforward. You don't really need a lot of mechanical skills to play Moonknight. I mean, you can just stay at the back, you know, throw your little onk, and then just shoot at your onk. Obviously, the higher elo you go, Moonknight will be struggling a little bit. He will be a little bit harder to play because people will know how to counter you properly. But in the lower elo, nobody really knows how to shoot the onk for some reason. I mean, even in the higher elo, he's still very straightforward to play. People just have brain cells, that's why it's a little bit more harder. He also got buffed this season. You have 2 of your right clicks now. I don't know what it is on console, but basically you can do more damage now, which means you can also just farm your ultimate a lot faster. Moonknight can already farm his ultimate very quick, but because he has 2 of the right clicks now, he can just get it a lot faster. So yay. Next up in the list is gonna be Cloak and Dagger. I think most of you guys are probably expecting Cloak and Dagger to be in this list. Cloak and Dagger is definitely very straightforward. I mean, you have like a little window healing, a bubble healing that you can stand on and somehow you don't die for like a few seconds. You can also go damage, you can even blind people. Their ultimate is also just pretty strong, so overall their kit is just very nice and very good. Now there's definitely a little bit of a scaling that you can get with Cloak and Dagger, because I have seen some Cloak and Daggers where they know how to time the windows properly, the bubbles properly. There's a little bit of a scaling there. It's not too high of a high scaling, but a little bit. But the simple question is, can a new player play this character? And I will definitely say yes. You get so much value even if you just stay with Dagger, so very straightforward, very easy character to play. Next up in the list is gonna be Magneto. Now this is my personal hot take. Magneto is not really like that easy, let's be honest. The only reason why I put Magneto in this list is because I had to pick at least one tank to put in this list. Let's be honest, most tanks are not very easy to play. Like, most of them can be difficult to play, and I had to choose which one is the easiest among the other tanks, and I had to pick Magneto. I was a little bit debating between the Thing and Magneto, but I chose Magneto ultimately, and here's why. Magneto has a higher scaling definitely with the ultimate timings, with the bubble timings, with the shields. So Magneto definitely has a higher scaling, but let's be honest, if you're a new player who just started playing tanks, Magneto can get value even if you don't really have good timings and good knowledge of the game, let's be honest. And the reason why I didn't pick the Thing is because he's a melee character. I've seen so many people who just feeds on the Thing. He has a very straightforward kit, but because he's a melee hero, he didn't make it in this list. I chose Magneto instead because he's more of a range, it's easier to play him, you're gonna be a little bit more safer. Next up in the list is gonna be Punisher. Punisher is the perfect DPS for those people who has the knowledge with FPS games. If you played Call of Duty, if you played Apex, if you played Overwatch, Punisher is the closest hero you have. I mean, you have like an assault rifle, you know, you can grapple to a higher ground if you want to, you have a shotgun, you have a smoke grenade, oh, and he has a turret. A new player can definitely play Punisher even if they have no idea what they're doing. I mean, as long as you know what the game genre is, oh wow, you killed the other side, like you killed the enemy, you just shoot them and you get value. So next up in the list it's gonna be Jeff. Now I'm actually surprised about this actually, because based from my research, Jeff is considered 50-50. Some people consider Jeff to be an easy hero to play, and some people consider Jeff to be a hard hero to play. Now I'm gonna play the devil's advocate on this one. I'm gonna check both sides what they mean. For those people who said Jeff is easy to play, I can definitely get it, because let's be honest, if you're new to Marvel Rivals and you play his support, Jeff is very straightforward. You can just stay at the back, power wash your teammates and your enemy. You throw down bubbles occasionally, and when you're getting attacked, you go underneath. Very straightforward abilities. But I can also understand the people who think Jeff is quite hard to play, because it is kinda difficult to get value with Jeff, especially in the higher elo. It also just depends on what perspective you're looking at this, because if you're in the lower elo, obviously Jeff is easy, but in the higher elo, Jeff will be a lot harder to play. So I can definitely see why there's a division. I'm actually curious about your opinion. What do you think about Jeff? But if you're looking for my personal opinion, I'm kinda leaning more towards easy to play, just because the fact that it doesn't matter if you know his full potential, you can still get value out of Jeff even if you're completely new in Marvel Rivals. Next up in the list is gonna be Squirrel Girl. Now Squirrel Girl is definitely, there's no debate about it. Like, it doesn't matter if you're lower elo or higher elo. Squirrel Girl is very straightforward. Like, let's be honest, you don't really see a big difference between like a 1 hour Squirrel Girl and like a 100-hour Squirrel Girl. Like, what is the difference gonna be? I'm trying to play the devil's advocate on this one. I'm trying to see like both sides. I really cannot figure out a higher skilling Squirrel Girl. I literally cannot. The best one I can think of is positioning. Like, oh, I've also seen some flanking Squirrel Girls. Like, that's the best devil's advocate I can do, but most of the time it's very straightforward. She's like basically a Junkrat in this game. You just spam at the back, and then you can stun, you can double stun. Your ult just follows enemies. Literally all you need to do is throw your ultimate and it does its own thing. I said this before and I'll say it again. At least with Star-Lord's ultimate, it's an auto aim, it's very easy. But at least you shoot, you know? You fly around, you need to position yourself really well, and then you shoot. But with Squirrel Girl, all you have to do is activate your ultimate, and that's all you need to do. That's literally it. It's gonna follow enemies and it does its own thing. Next up in the list is gonna be a Rocket. Now this is what I was talking about earlier. I personally think that Rocket is the easiest support to play. I've definitely seen some a little bit of a high skilling up there in the higher elo. I've seen some Rockets where they're so hard to kill. Like, they know how to maneuver, they know how to like keep themselves alive. But besides that, majority of the time, most of the time, Rocket is very straightforward. You don't need to maneuver most of the time. You can just stay at the back. I've actually seen a pro player where a Rocket is just at the very back because they have a lineup and then they just spam. Rocket is just very straightforward. I mean, you have a dash ability, you have like this respawn beacon, you can raise your teammate, you have an ultimate where you just throw it down and it heals your allies, also giving damage boost. There's definitely gonna be like a little bit of a high skilling up there, but for majority of the time we can all agree Rocket is the easiest support to play. Like, I feel like if you argue with that, like, who would you say is the easiest support to play? Like, you cannot say Loki, you cannot say Invisible Woman. There's literally only two easy supports, which is Rocket and Cloak and Dagger. Now the last one in the list is gonna be Scarlet Witch. Now just because I put them last doesn't mean they're the easiest character to play. I just put them last because it's the most obvious one that people will agree with. Obviously Scarlet Witch is easy to play. You don't really need to aim with Scarlet Witch. As long as they're on your line of sight, you can hit them. I mean, your right click is like more damage. You can mini stun, I guess. You can phase. Keep in mind, they made her ultimate a lot easier. You like somehow pull them closer to you now and it deals 10,000 damage. So they literally made Scarlet Witch easier. And also her team up makes her 10 times easier as well because you just get more damage. It did get nerfed, but still pretty strong. I feel like no one will really disagree with me on this one. Like, if you disagree with me, I would actually love to see your argument on that in the comments. So guys, do you guys agree with my list over here? Comment down below if you guys agree with me or not. But keep in mind that this is only my opinion, obviously. I did do a lot of research in this video though. I did a lot of research what people think are the easiest characters to play, mixed with my opinion, so do not take it personally. But let me know down in the comments below, who do you guys think is the easiest character to play? So that's it for today guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. See you everybody.